Grit is like a grind. You gotta go hard, you gotta go get it.
I wanted more out of my life, achieve all the things that I really wanted.
No isn't really an option.
Finding a way and making it happen no matter what. I am the founder and chief believer in your dreams of May Jewelry.
I'm the owner of Mighty Max Boxing Gym, Crenshaw Boxing Club.
I am a social media planner and buyer.
I am a cosmetologist and the co-owner of Salon Mix. When I realized I wanted to be a hairstylist, it was when I was a little girl. I came from a family of entrepreneurs. I went through life seeing that type of inspiration, digging in and getting to the grit of things. I knew from early on that I wanted to own my own business. I decided to take the leap and become my own boss.
I started around the age of 8 boxing. I didn't have anyone to really show me. I was basically street smart. I took the little skills and kind of like tried to do it on my own. I wanted to think out the box. I said, you know what? I think I could do a boxing gym. I went with it.
Very highly educated, overachieving family, and that's where I've come from. So it was always expected for me to get a graduate degree. That was always in the plan. I was a radio personality on FM and satellite. It was a lot of fun. There was no security. It was very paycheck to paycheck.
I'm firstborn generation here in America. My parents immigrated so we can have a better life. I was in the mortgage industry from 2003 to 2008. I was 25, making a killer amount of money. I had over 167 employees in 3 years. I didn't know the repercussion of the mortgage industry falling out. Just thinking about it makes me so sad. I saw a lot of people foreclosing on their homes. So I planned an exit strategy for myself and I sold my part of the company. When I decided to create my next company, I decided it was gonna be the most honest thing I ever did. It's real and it hurts. And when I create here, I cry, I laugh, I dance, I sing, but I have control.
Being a boxer, you know, and the owner of a gym, it's a lot. I want to produce a champion. So I was looking for someone young and that I could mold. He was an excellent boxer. And I said, would you like to grow and build with me on a brand new gym? And he said, sure. We had set up a fight and he called the next day and said, I'm not fighting. He didn't show up. He didn't want to fight. I wanted it to work so bad and it just didn't work.
I wanted to be a professional. I wanted to have a career, not just a job. I was continuing to live the same paycheck to paycheck life month after month. And getting a graduate degree provided me the opportunity to start a career of my own so that I could have a family of my own and go and live in the place that I wanted to my entire life. And I went to Strayer. My father was a professor there and told me about it and it fit my life. I was essentially an entry-level data person. I was able to go from entry-level to management in less than 2 years. I was the only person that walked in there with a graduate degree.
Thanksgiving 3 years ago, there was a flood in my business. All the hairs on my body stood up, but nothing prepared me for actually what was inside. It was a sewer pipe that had exploded above us. It was horrific. Things were just immediately getting tossed. That's my business, that's my life. I remember sitting at the front desk, like tears streaming down my face, like I don't know how longer I can be strong. Through it all, this community supported us so brilliantly. I'm gonna choke up. And so when we opened back up, it was with so much ease and so much grace and so much support.
It takes a lot. It takes a lot to really just stand up every day and say, okay, I'm gonna make today awesome. I'm gonna make today good. That's the perseverance. It's a small perseverance, and I think it's the small steps in every day that make the journey to where you wanna go.
It took a lot of determination and grit to work, not only a full-time job, but also go to school sometimes afterward.
Boxing is a lot like life, you know. You get knocked down, but you gotta pick yourself up.
The minute we go into conclusion about what this means or what this looks like or how it has to end, the story does end and the possibilities start to diminish.
You have to have kind of like this grit, this kind of like, I'm gonna do it no matter what.